There is a very real drama unfolding all around us, and also within each one of us. The intensity of this drama is without recent precedent and is now being realized on a stage spanning the length and breadth of the planet and beyond. It's a race against time, played out within a gathering storm of conflicting energies. Human aspiration and inspiration clashing head-on within human domination and destruction. And we are all caught in the gathering turbulence, witnessing the rapid dissolution of props and pillars we once took to be secure and dependable fixtures of our daily lives. Our home, this planet, is in deep crisis, raped, polluted and torn by war. She is on the edge of collapse. While human society carries on as though there was no crisis at all, just a number of disturbances, inconveniences and maybe a slight feeling of insecurity creeping in at the edges. So long as the great majority experience life this way, the non-human forces of repression and destruction are winning the race. But so long as this predatory majority is shrinking and the forces of aspiration and inspiration are advancing, the race is shifting in favor of victory for a great transformation in human awareness, accompanied by a healing of the third-degree wounds suffered by this planet. Where are you within this unfolding drama? Are you consciously channeling your energies in support of life? Or are you still caught in the cul-de-sac of a stagnating status quo? It has never been more crucial to know the answer to this question. It has never been more important to know what you're doing with your life, and to take action in making the shift so as to align with an emotional and actual commitment to building towards victory over the forces of death and destruction. Time is running out for anyone still sitting on the fence. I'll restate that slightly differently. Time has run out for those still sitting on the fence. Yes, every day that passes without one putting one's energy firmly behind the push for deep and lasting change for the better, is now going the other way, a contribution to that which is aligned with decline and death. Every day. The hour is getting late. There is no middle ground left. The four horses of the apocalypse can be heard making their long approach. Do not allow yourself to be mesmerized by the sound of their hooves. Turn instead to face their advance. Stand as strong as a pillar of oak in your resistance. Let all fear be banished from your veins. Find in yourself the total resolution you know you have. It was for this time that you were gifted this power. Divine power. Use it. It's the last chance. Abuse it, and that chance is blown. The universe is awaiting your move. And time itself has come to a halt. Your response is attended upon by all the forces of creation. Yes, I'm talking to you. Drop the old baggage right where you stand. There's nowhere left to go except where you have to go. If you try to stay in some in-between space, you're lost, because it doesn't exist. There is no space in between, except a virtual reality one. The world of lost souls, millions of them, clinging to that which is unreal, figments of an abstracted grasping mind, divorced from the true soul that would guide it on its way. The way. Why cling to the illusory? It has nothing to offer you and you have nothing to offer it. It's a place of ghosts. There is great danger on this planet, but it's not the kind of danger you're thinking about. It's the danger that you won't act when all that is energetic is calling upon you to act. Calling you to join the resistance against the forces of destruction. That is the greatest danger any individual can face, not acting when everything which actually matters is screaming for one to act. I don't want to overdo the words, time is precious. I want to inspire your inner son, not your powers of reasoning, however useful they may be. I want to feel you come alive with the power you are presently sitting on, stewing on the reasons why you can't make the changes you know you have to make. Everything else is moving on. This universe is expanding, still hungry, still exploring, still adventuring. Have you lost your appetite? The dark side strategists feed on those who are not in movement. They proclaim the benefits and convenience of stagnation. They need their slaves. They maintain their energies by feeding on yours. And until you act, you are prostituting yourself to them. Every time you go to their phony kingdoms to buy your depleted food or to get your essentially valueless money, you prostitute yourself to the world of destruction. The sterile, denatured world of the soulless automaton that's killing off our living planet. Yet you think it's just normal. Or, you don't think at all. Now you're getting a kick to wake up to the reality and to act on it. It's a rather bigger kick than usual, because now you're in the last chance saloon, and you've got no time left to sit around wondering what to do about it. The hour is getting late, my friend. The Illuminati-controlled trading blocks of the world are tightening the news. They are aiming for absolute control over all the resources of the planet, to own them. This means that even the vegetable seeds you might want to plant in your garden will be illegal unless you buy them from the trading block-approved corporation. Genetically modified, for your convenient consumption. Governments won't step in to save them, because governments are in the employ of corporations and not the other way around. They'll go to war and rip the skin right off the face of the planet, to get what they want. Your reaction to this should be not while I'm alive on this planet, they won't. But instead it's more like, oh God, what will stop them? Or is it really that bad? You see, you're not being primed by outrage. Outrage is the fire that drives one to take action, and if instead of outrage there's just a weak little flame flickering dimly in the dark, then you're going to get swept away, like the rest of them. Prime your lamp right now, turn up the wick, feel the absurdity of a world where nobody bothers to do anything that matters, but instead devote themselves to everything that doesn't matter one iota. Get outraged by the sheer lunacy of this situation. You are a child of creation, and yet you seem paralyzed to create. Are you aware of mind control? Have you ever considered that you might be living someone else's life? That the person you see in the mirror is not actually you at all? No, it's the person you have tried to be, all this time, and that person is a mind-controlled being. A being who has been fed the propaganda of the status quo, the Illuminati agenda. That reflection in the mirror is an indoctrinated being who has suffered the fate of all those who fail to question the endless stream of lies which pour out of the control system that runs this planet. When I warn you that you are walking blindly down a road to hell, you are more concerned about what the temperature will be when you get there, than on getting off that road, whatever the cost. The hour is getting late. Most of your friends have no conception of this fact. They continually try to talk you out of having any such notions. They are cannon fodder for the apocalypse, sacrificial units for the sustenance of Baphomet, secretly worshipped by the Masonic Illuminati bloodlines. The vampires of human creativity. But I've said enough. Time to find the answers in yourself. Activate your survival mechanism, call forth the godly powers that will transport you to where you need to be. Do it, here and now. Find your courage and never let go. I'll meet you again on that road, or not at all. Julian.
Julian has written 2 books, Changing Course for Life, and In Defense of Life. I put the link to them down in the description box if you are interested.